everyone, it's Veronica from Runny Girl Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put one of these cards together from the October Paper Pumpkin subscription kit, Seasons of Gratitude. It is a shaker card. Now you can go ahead and do it this way where it opens up or from the side. So for this tutorial I am going to go ahead and make the card opening up from bottom to top. And let's get started. So what you're going to need is you are going to need your cardstock base, your top embossed textured die cut piece. You are going to need 3 squares, 1 in each color, 2 banners, 1 plastic clear sheet. You're going to need some of your adhesive foam strips. You're going to need some of the sequins, the twine, an envelope, your stamps, and your ink. So this one came with the small mini version of the chocolate chip Stampin' Spot, but I happen to have chocolate chip already in the Stampin' pad, so I'm going to go ahead and use my pad for this video. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is stamp. So I just need to go ahead and pick a stamp. Now in the instructions it shows that we are going to be stamping the little blocks with the decorative stamp. Now that is going to overlap a little, so I'm just going to grab a piece of scratch paper here, and we will set those on top of the scratch paper. And I'm going to go ahead and mount my photopolymer stamp. So just peel that off. I'm going to get my clear block and mount my stamp, and just try to get it straight. Mount my stamp right on there. Now because this is a brand new stamp, I am going to go ahead, and stamp off, and move this out the way, and this out the way. I am going to go ahead and just get some ink on that stamp and stamp it here first. Oops, getting ink everywhere. Because it is a new stamp, so I just want to make sure that it's working well. So just ink that up. And I'm going to stamp right over my square. And maybe if I tap it, there it goes. Take that off. So there's one. I'm going to stamp over my second square. Take that off. And I'm going to stamp over my third square. Hold it for a little second. There we go. So we have all 3 squares stamped. So put that to the side. Now I do want to stamp my banner. Now according to the instructions, this banner here is going to be in the background, so there's no need really to stamp it. This is the one that's going to have the greeting. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to do the With Gratitude stamp. So I'm just going to peel that right off the package there, and I'm going to mount that on my foam block. I'm going to get some ink on that, and I'll just stamp it off to the side. And looks like it's working good. All right, so just going to try to center it as much as possible here, and go ahead and stamp that. All right, so With Gratitude. And I do want to use that cute little acorn that I was eyeing when I first opened up this kit, because it is just awesome. Now I'm using one of my smaller acrylic squares that you can purchase on the website at Stampin' Up. Now I think I'm not sure if this is actually going to fit on here. I should have, well, we can always save it for another part of the card, so let's just save that for later. All right. So we got all of our pieces stamped. Let's just move this scrap paper out of the way. And I am going to use a bone folder to crease my card. And I'm going to close this because I don't want anything falling in my ink while it's open. Okay, so let me just reference those instructions here. Okay, so we did the stamping. All right, so the next step is to glue the squares on to the bottom of the card in any order of your choosing. And I will go ahead and use some adhesive. So let me just grab that here just a second. Actually, I'll go ahead and use my snail adhesive just to make this video a little faster. All right, so we're just going to put some adhesive on the back of those squares. Okay, so we will put the first square down, the second square down, and the third square down on the cardstock. All right, the next step is to mount the back of the textured die cut piece. So we're going to punch out these leaves. Now these leaves can definitely be used in another project, so I'm going to go ahead and just hang on to those. All right, so here is the square sheet of paper that's going to go on the top. We are going to adhere this plastic strip onto the back of those leaves there. So I'm going to put some dots, the glue dots that came with the kit. I'm going to put those on, the clear sheet. Did it go on there? It's so hard to see. Okay, let me try that again. Oh, I see. It stayed stuck on my nail. So I'll put that one there. I'll put another here in the corners. And just to give it a little extra, I'm going to be generous with these sticky dots. And just kind of lining the edges of the plastic, trying to stay as close to the edge as possible because I don't want these dots to show when I put the plastic on. So we're going to take off the backings on the clear dots. Gonna fix that. Just take off all the backings on the dots, like so. All right, and it's ready to stick. So I'm just going to try to center that. And that is all ready to go. All right, so that is attached, as you can see. And when you flip it over, you can kind of get the glare of that sheet beneath those leaves. All right, so we're going to flip that over to the back where you can see how you put those dots on. And the next step, I'm actually going to jump ahead to step 4 instead of I'm going to do that first. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use the foam adhesives, and I'm going to box this up. So we will start with the first strip. Tear one of those off. Now we are going to try to get this as close to the edge as possible because you do not want to see this strip through those leaves. So we'll put that right at the bottom. Okay. And it wants us to put one at the top of the right along the edge of the plastic. All right. Okay. Then we're going to go to the top up here because we don't want the top of our card to be flimsy. So we want this backing to be all one level. So now I'm going to take the smaller pieces here and I'm going to line up. Now you want all of these corners to connect. You don't want any space in between the corners here around the plastic strip because your sequence is going to go in here and you don't want to let any sequence out of the plastic. So that's what these foam blocks are here to keep that sequence in. So you're going to line up every corner, leaving no space. Now I am going to take a pinch of the large sequence and just kind of sprinkle that in there. All right, so we want to get that in the middle. I'm just going to use this to squish it in there. Okay, now we're going to take off all the backing on the strips. And we are going to place this card down, leaving some space at the top of the card. I'm just pressing that to make sure that all of the foam strips are completely adhered to the card. Then we're going to take our two our two banners, run some tape on the back of this. Oops. Stick that in the middle of the banner, and that is going to go here. And we're going to cut some twine. Make a bow. All right. Now I will get one of my little glue dots here, and it looks like that bow is just right in the corner. So I will just place a glue dot there in the corner, lift that up, glue my bow, add some strips of adhesive to the back. I think I want to put mine right in the middle there. Then I just need to get some scissors and fix that bow. Got twisted a little bit there. All right, and so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of the shaker card here with the leaves.